respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, beloved seniors, dear friends, and the ever-inspiring family of the Central Institute of Education, CIE. A very warm and radiant good morning to everyone present here. Today, as we gather in this historic institution, we honor a legacy rooted in the early years of independent India. CIE emerged as country's foremost centers for professional learning and research in education. Founded on the ideals of democratic, creative, and humane education, CIE has consistently stood for a reflective and socially responsive teacher community. वास्तव में सीआई का अस्तित्व इस सोच पर टिका है कि शिक्षा सिर्फ एक व्यावसायिक कौशल नहीं, बल्कि एक संवेदनशील, समावेशी और न्यायपूर्ण समाज रचने का माध्यम है। यह संस्था मानविक मूल्यों, आलोचनात्मक चिंतन, सहयोग और संवेदना का ऐसा वातावरण प्रदान करती है जो हमें बेहतर शिक्षक और जिम्मेदार नागरिक बनने के लिए प्रेरित करता है। The University of Delhi's guiding motto, Nishtha, Dhriti, Satyam, finds a meaningful expression within the ethos of CIE, shaping educators, researchers, and leaders who engage with society through integrity, commitment, and truth. CIE की दृष्टि हमेशा से समावेशी और लोकतांत्रिक सीख के अवसरों को बढ़ावा देने की रही है, जहां भिन्नता एक शक्ति बनकर उभरती है और जहां आलोचना, रचनात्मकता और प्रयोग साथ साथ चलते हैं। Bringing together students from diverse backgrounds, disciplines, and cultures, CIE has evolved into a vibrant academic community, continuously engaging with emerging educational concerns, innovative pedagogies, and rigorous research. True to its motto, Deep se deep jale, CIE remains not just an institution, but a living, thinking, and an ever-learning space. Thank you so much. We welcome you all for the 78th Foundation Day of CIE. Thank you so much. I kindly request your esteemed presence to rise for the rendition of the Delhi University Kulgeet. Thank you so much, team. Professor Pankaj Arora sir, Professor Namita ma'am, and Staff Council Secretary Professor Ajit sir to kindly join us for ceremonial lighting of the lamp, symbolizing knowledge, clarity, and collective enlightenment. पुनः आप सभी का धन्यवाद। धन्यवाद आपकी गरिमामयी उपस्थिति के लिए। हम पुनः सभी माननीय अतिथियों का अभिनंदन करते हैं और सीआई के इस 78वें स्थापना दिवस के अवसर को आप सबके साथ मनाते हुए गौरवान्वित महसूस करते हैं। With us today to celebrate the 78th Foundation Day of CIE is Honorable Dr. Amrendra Khatua sir. Thank you so much sir for being with us today. I would like to shed a little bit light upon the life of sir. Sir belongs to 1981 batch of the Indian Foreign Service. During his diplomatic career, he has held trade and economic positions in various Indian missions including Madrid, Mexico City, Karachi, Moscow and New York. At the Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi, he has worked in different capacities in key divisions including finance, administration, Northern Division and Latin America Division. He has also served in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Planning Commission. Sir has held the positions of Director General at the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, Dean of the Foreign Service Institute, Secretary at the Ministry of External Affairs. He was Ambassador of India to Argentina with concurrent accreditation to Uruguay and Paraguay, Ambassador of India to Cote d'Ivoire, and concurrently Ambassador of India to Guinea and Liberia, High Commissioner to Sierra Leone. He has also served as a special envoy to South Sudan and Sudan to broker peace between the two countries. जैसा कि आप सभी ने सुना, माननीय सर ने भारतीय विदेश सेवा में रहते हुए विभिन्न पदों और विभागों में अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान की हैं। सर का योगदान न केवल भारतीय विदेश सेवा में रहा, अपितु सर एक प्रतिभाशाली लेखक और कवि भी हैं। Acknowledging loss, Sheets of Snow, Anthology of Stories from the Himalayas, अपने भीतर का मेघदूत, फोरिबे एबे सोहजे न थे इत्यादि सर की प्रमुख रचनाएं हैं। 40 से ज़्यादा कृतियां संग्रहित हैं हिंदी, इंग्लिश, ओडिया, स्पेनिश एवं अन्य राष्ट्रीय एवं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय भाषाओं में। Now I request our head and dean ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Amrendra Khatua sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. With an immense pleasure, I would like to thank Professor Pankaj Arora, sir, for being with us here today. Sir has been a part of CIE as a student, a scholar, a professor, and has served as our former dean. We are fortunate to have sir in India's most crucial organization for teacher education, that is NCTE, National Council for Teacher Education. Now I request Ajit sir to kindly felicitate Professor Pankaj Arora sir.
इसकी क्या जरूरत थी?
Thank you, Pankaj sir. Thank you, Ajit sir. Moving ahead, it's our great pleasure that I now invite our head and dean, Professor Susmita Lakhiani ma'am, on the stage for the presentation of annual report.
A very good morning to all of you. It is with profound pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that I present this report on the occasion of 78th Foundation Day of the Central Institute of Education, CIE. This significant milestone in the life of our institution provides a valued opportunity to reflect on our rich legacy, to acknowledge our present accomplishments, and to envision the path ahead with confidence and purpose. On this solemn and celebratory occasion, I extend a warm and respectful welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Amarendra Khatwa, former Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, former Ambassador, Guinea, Liberia, Argentina, and other countries, former Director General, ICCR, former Dean, FSI, Government of India. I also take this opportunity to welcome our senior faculty members, colleagues, non-teaching staff, teachers of the CIE Basic Experimental School, research scholars, students, alumni, and all esteemed guests who have joined us on this crisp winter morning. As a collective academic community, we commemorate our journey that began in 1947, immediately after India's independence. From its inception, CIE was envisioned by the Government of India on the recommendation of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, not merely as an institution for producing model teachers, but as a national center for learning, research, and intellectual leadership in education. Over the decades, CIE has evolved from a teacher preparation institution into a vibrant hub of teacher development, research, and policy engagement, steadfastly guided by its enduring motto, Deep Se Deep Jale. In 1979, the institute formally became a constituent department of the University of Delhi, a transition that further strengthened its academic and institutional stature. Our Foundation Day serves as an occasion for renewal and reaffirmation. It allows us to reconnect with our wider community of well-wishers and to draw inspiration from our shared commitment to educational excellence. Through sustained contributions to national committees and commissions, as well as through the dedicated teaching learning research synergy of its faculty and students, CIE has remained a consistent source of intellectual creativity and social grounded scholarship. The past year has been particularly significant in terms of academic accomplishments and institutional strengthening. In keeping with national standards and a commitment to academic rigor, the department successfully transitioned its MEd and BEd programs from the annual system to the semester mode completely. In addition, the department admitted its second cohort under the Integrated Teacher Education Program, ITEP, thereby advancing the vision of the National Education Policy 2020. These initiatives reflect our emphasis on experiential learning, critical inquiry, and research-driven teacher education. Parallel to academic renewal, the department continued substantial efforts to rejuvenate its physical and human resources. I am pleased to share that long due promotions process from Associate to Professor of Professor Preeti Vivek Mishra, Professor Vinod Kumar Kavaria, and from Assistant to Associate Professor of Dr. Rajendra Prasad is completed. Dr. Mahima Chabra, Dr. Latika Gupta, Dr. Vikas Beniwal, Dr. Rakesh Kumar, Dr. Gyanendra Kumar, Dr. Geeta Rai, Dr. Shweta Gupta, Dr. Subhash Chandra, Dr. Ramnivas, Dr. Minakshi Ramoji Ingole, Dr. Sunil Kumar were promoted to Assistant Professor Stage 3, and Dr. Anantula Raghu and Dr. Rammurthy Sharma, Dr. Pinkal Raju Bhai Chaudhary were promoted to Assistant Professor Stage 2. Further in the same thread, there was an issue in the promotions of few of our colleagues. We are happy to share that it is resolved and that they have been promoted to professorship from their date of eligibility. We congratulate all Professor Vandana Saxena, Professor Neera Narang, Professor Alka Bihari, and Professor Shailaja Chennat. In fact, we all were praying when the promotions were happening that there should be 100% promotions there should be there in our department, and 4 were left. So it was a very marmic, and we were not able to enjoy that success, alone without our 4 colleagues. So jab ye hua, I still remember that everybody, without even a single fail, all were happy that all those 4 promotions were done. And while I'm speaking this, I'm really happy that our prayer has got answered, that 100% promotions were there. So it added to our happiness. So the process for further recruitments and time-bound promotions under the Career Advancement Scheme are currently underway. During the year, the departments also witnessed the retirement of Professor Neera Narang. We remain deeply indebted to her for her invaluable and distinctive contributions to CIE. We also feel sad to share that we lost our dear colleague, Dr. Ram Nivas, after his long, courageous fight with cancer. The CIE library continues to be a vital academic resource. This year, it added 346 new titles, bringing the total collection to 94,987 printed books, along with 9 print journals and access to 11,964 e-journals by DULS and 13,000 through ONOS e-journals through the Delhi University Library System. Faculty members of the department have published over 41 research papers and chapters in Scopus Indexed, Web of Sciences, and UGC Care listed journals. Several faculty members have presented scholarly work at national and international conferences in India and abroad. Beyond their academic roles within CIE, faculty members continue to make significant contributions at institutional and national levels. Professor Pankaj Arora, former head and dean, as the chairperson of NCTE, continues to work relentlessly for the development of teacher education in the country. Professor Haneed Gandhi serves as Dean, Admissions, University of Delhi, while Professor Yukti Sharma continues as Joint Director, Institute of Lifelong Learning. Several faculty members are serving as provosts, wardens, and resident tutors across the university's hostel system. Faculty members are also contributing to governing bodies of colleges and to national level committees of the NCTE. Nari Shakti Award was received by Professor Susmita Lakhiani for her contributions to art and art education. The department acknowledges the rejoining of Mr. Giridharan Som as Assistant Registrar Education, appreciates his dedication. We appreciate his dedication and professional commitment. Research remains a cornerstone of our academic mission. During the year 2025, 22 PhD theses were awarded. At present, the department has 339 research scholars working on diverse themes of social and educational relevance, including 8 international scholars. Our students remain the heart of our institution. Their intellectual curiosity, ethical engagement, and academic diligence enrich our academic culture. Currently, 262 students are enrolled in the B.Ed program, 131 in the M.Ed program, and 100 in ITEP. Despite spatial constraints, Shri Bhavan and Shakti Bhavan hostels continue to provide a supportive residential environment. The CIE Alumni Association remains an enduring pillar of support and organized the Basu Memorial Lecture on March 5th, 2025, delivered by Dr. Lata Singh, Center for Women's Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University. The CI Basic Experimental School continues to be an integral and vibrant component of our institution. Its teachers consistently engage in innovative pedagogical practices, and its students have demonstrated commendable performance in academic and sports activities at the zonal level. While firmly rooted in the Indian educational context, the department remains committed to international academic engagement. The year witnessed a series of PhD colloquia, seminars, and lectures by scholars from the United States, Russia, and Australia. The annual Manoranjan program further enriched students' life through sports, Bal Mela, and cultural activities. Honorable former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, I quote, "What is most important is to look ahead to the future, to think of the next generation," unquote. I remain confident in our collective achievements and optimistic about the future. As we look forward to the address by our esteemed chief guest, I once again congratulate the entire CI community on this Foundation Day. May this occasion usher in renewed purpose, new opportunities, and a continued illumination of knowledge in all the lives we touch. Thank you so very much. So we are very fortunate that about whom we are talking, and we know a lot of things, but there are still a lot of things which are left. और जो अभी current चल रहा है, I think it's good that if we listen from his own words, and it is a sense of achievement and a collar high for all of us that one of our colleagues, is doing so well nationally. So I would have it's my humble request to Professor Pankaj Arora to please share some light on the current achievements and which are also in the pipeline and which we are going to be witnessing in the near future. So over to Professor Pankaj Arora. Please come.
Head of the department, staff secretary, my senior colleagues, my mentor Professor Namita Ganganathan, and dear students. मैम ने जो मेंशन किया, that's really something very close to my heart and give me a great pride in sharing with all of you. 3 months back, Government of India decided to send a delegation on education to participate in G20 third meeting at Durban, South Africa. And I am very happy to share with you, your own colleague, your own teacher for many of you were given the responsibility to head the delegation on behalf of Government of India. So, and when we were discussing scenario of education in G20 countries, the delegation from India was having representatives of UGC, NCERT, NCTE, Ministry of Education, AICTE. So 5 organizations went together, and I was very happy to share with them the scenario and the ethos of CI, how teachers are being prepared here, and how I, as a young boy, when came to CI in 1989 as a B.Ed student, and then my journey has taken me to the prestigious position of head and dean of this organization, and now to the national position of NCTE. CI has a lot to give, a lot to teach. This is up to us how we receive it and how we transform it into action at whatever platform we are getting. Thank you so much. The Durban credit goes to, of course, CI, and I thank you all for all the learnings which I did in this institution from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for reading the annual report, and thank you, Pankaj sir. Now, moving ahead, it's my honor that I invite our esteemed guest to deliver a special lecture. We are privileged to have Dr. Amren Khatua sir, whose vast experience and scholarly contributions have greatly enriched the academic discourse. Sir, we warmly invite you to kindly take the stage and share your insights with us.
It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here on the 78th Foundation Day of CIE, the august organization of the country and of Delhi University. Thank you, Dean ma'am. Thank you all the professors and students. What I'll do, I'm a basically retired Babu, a poet, which is jack of all trades. You people are master of all trades. Therefore, I'll give a speech today or talk something which won't be critical of government, which will not praise government, but it will be a general scenario of education in India and in the globalized context. I basically passed out from Delhi University, Kirodimal College, taught in Khalsa College, have a doctorate, do not use it, 40 years of foreign service, come from a rural area of Orissa. I believe education has sustained my life, made me what I am. And when we are talking about the role of education for a developed and globalized India, first you have to understand what India is. Everybody says it's a great country, it's a unity in diversity. Remember, there are 550 million middle class perpetually in the market of crisis of expectation, savings, mobility, fulfilling ambitions, etc. There are 550 million poor. They have to be subsidized. Welfare system must be created for them. Government, bureaucrats, everyone have to work for their upliftment. Then there are 350 million public sector employees, rich and government employees. They work by their own rule books. This India is vertically divided by poor, 3.3 crore below $2.15 per day income, and about 20 crore marginally above. And there are about 900,000 rich, net worth of 8.5 crores per year, and about 100,000 added to that. And horizontally, this is divided between rural and urban India, 6.4 lakh villages, and 11,000 cities and urban centers. Therefore, all of us must decide which India we are talking about. When we are talking about unity in diversity, is diversity pervasive, or what we have to do together to achieve that unity in diversity? Therefore, understanding India first, Indian reality first, is very important for all of us. Therefore, when we talk about education, say for example, we all know about 2010 Right to Education Act. We know about Article 21A of the Constitution, which talks about 6 to 14 fundamental right of education of children. We also know Article 45 of the Directive Principles of State Policy. In India at the moment, there are 30 crore students, and there are about 3 crore female students. What I'm saying all this, these numbers are very important for all of you, because as product of CIE, you will try to bring up the society from the grassroots level above. This mobility does not come easily. This will come with understanding and practice. Today, there are almost 1.8 million Indian students abroad. Why do they go abroad? They go for research, they go for immigration, they go for prestige, they go for lifestyle, they go for affordability, where there is no or low tuition fee. They go for on-the-job facilities. They go to the countries where easy visas are available, especially after Trump has come. And almost 330,000 Indian students are in USA. The major student categories are in USA, Canada, UK, Australia. Now gradually, Germany, Ireland and UAE taking over. Therefore, when we are talking about education, this component has become very important now. I hope the talk process is okay, because why I'm giving all this, these are all relevant to all of us. Therefore, in a discussion, I suggested that there is time we should invite some of the ambassadors, foreign ambassadors posted in Delhi, to interact with them, to find out what they are doing, what facilities they can give to us, what kind of collaboration they can do with CIE actively. Then come back to India. Education gives you mobility, trains you, but does it find you a job? Today, youth unemployment in India, 15 to 29 years, is almost 16 to 20%. Graduates, around 33%. Why this? The gaps between skills and available quality jobs is the reason, especially for women and people who are not in the farm sector. There are skills mismatch, there is outdated curriculum, there is poor industry and academic links, there is shortage of skilled workers for evolving industries. Therefore, high unemployment rate among highly educated people will become an issue for future. This we have to understand, because education is also skill upgradation, skill training. Because, say for example, if you ask somebody, are you being educated to be enlightened? Many of us will say no, we are getting educated or better educated to get a good job, to get a good social mobility, to get a social adjustability. All these issues are very important. Therefore, I am talking about these youth unemployment issues. Then, what is the role of education? 1, economic growth. 2, social roles, enhancement of social roles, personal development, societal progress, change and problem solving, and problem solving. Education must add developing skills, transmitting culture, and socializing members. This comes in phases. Today, in India, we have 10 million school teachers, 94.8 lakh in schools, 15.95 lakh in higher secondary schools and other places. There are 14.89 lakh schools in India. There are 1.50 lakh secondary schools. There are 1.42 lakh higher secondary schools. There are 1169 universities, 45,501 colleges, and 12,002 standalone institutes. These are all providing education. But when we are talking about that, we talk about NEP 2020. What is the motive of NEP 2020? Access, equity, quality, affordability, acceptability. As from CIE, do you think NEP 2020 has empowered all of us to reach these 5 qualities or achievements? Government wants student-centered approach, inclusive environment, respecting differences, and hands-on learning. Everybody knows about this. Once this comes, we are talking about Viksit Bharat, that 2047 will be a developed country. To be a developed country, the important things are, like, say, for example, let me give you an example of Africa. Do you know there are 53 countries in Africa? Almost 80% of Africa lives less than $1 a day income. Every year, 76,000 Africans die trying to leave Africa in the boat tragedy, other tragedies. But India, because it is a unity in diversity, we have strength to fight all these things. But now the role of education is very important to see that everybody has universal access to education, holistic development takes place, skill enhancement takes place, integrating arts, humanity and technology takes place all around, and modernizing the 5+3+3+4 model, which is part of the NEP 220, takes proper shape. And funding is there, but 21st century ready education must come with states and central government working together, review and implementation on continuing basis with various ministries who look after these aspects, and rural and urban India working together. So all of you must be knowing about Millennium Development Goals. He went for the G20. G20 now talks about women-led development, youth-led development, role of education, bringing prosperity. The Millennium Development Goals, which was 2000 to 2015, could not be fulfilled. We had very high ambition. Where there was universal primary education was there, environmental sustainability was there through global partnership, gender equality was there, improving education was there, eradicating poverty, hunger and disease were there. The biggest failure is all the countries together, say for example, especially Asian, African and Latin American countries, must use education not only as a means of development and training, also skill enhancement, also specialization, also evolving training which is fit for the evolving job market. Say for example, today we are talking about artificial intelligence. There are lots of bad aspects are there, but the utilitarian aspects, how it can be used for benefit, profit and income and employment of the students, that is one aspect we have to study. We have to incorporate. These are very important aspects of life. Now comes the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals to the 2015 to 2030. It has to be implemented. Why I am saying this? Because we take pride, being Indians, two things which we always do. जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं, गर्भ में हमारा छाती 3 बार फट जाता है. मेरा नेवर एवरेस्ट चढ़ गया, मेरा नेवर का बेटा टॉप कर गया. But the point is that through education we must realize what we are learning. We have to use it for mobility and income, also social togetherness and equality and growth of India. The 4 pillars of SDG are economic sustainability, environment sustainability, social sustainability and cultural sustainability. Each of these has a basic thing based on education, primacy of education. And the 3 areas who must be involved are people, planet and profit. Education cannot do without them. And then in India, 25-26, for education we have a budget of 1,28,650 crores. For school education, it is 78,572 crores for school education. And there are lots of good schemes like Samagra Shiksha, PM Shri, Gyan Pillars, all are there. But all this, how we are going to implement them? The basic point then comes, it's a role of CIE. Each of you have come from different branches of academic models. You are preparing yourself from that model to master methodology and teach students, teach in academic institutions how to create a better India, a prosperous India in future. I believe that on this Foundation Day, because before India becomes, like our aim is 2047 to become the Vikasit India, before that CIE will complete 100 years. Let us work together, bring India to its prime level through education, education being the mover of skill upgradation, skill enhancement, raising employment levels, and say for example, people who are studying outside, every 100th one is not coming back to India. That is not only brain drain, we are also losing lots of things. Say for example, diaspora is now almost 24 million strong. Each of our villages, there is a scientist, there is a professor, there is a researcher. When they come in home leave for about 10 days, 15 days to their village, are we using their knowledge to teach in a hospital or clinic there, a school there? Just telling that this is your area, please give us bit of education that what we can do to prepare ourselves, what kind of facilities available outside, what we should do for the benefit of the country. All these are important things because education integrates us with growth, enlightenment, knowledge and earning. End of the day, earning is very important thing. Therefore, I thought I'll stop here and thank you.
हम इस ज्ञानवर्धक अभिभाषण के लिए आदरणीय खटुआ सर का हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। इस एक विकसित और वैश्वीकृत भारत के लिए शिक्षा की भूमिका जैसे अत्यंत समसामयिक और महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर अपने विचार प्रस्तुत किए। आपके शब्दों ने हमें यह सोचने के लिए प्रेरित किया कि शिक्षा किस प्रकार एक बेहतर भारत का निर्माण करने में भूमिका निभाती है। आपके व्याख्यान के लिए एक बार पुनः बहुत बहुत आभार। थैंक यू सो मच। Moving forward towards the closing of the ceremony, I request Professor Ajit sir to kindly give vote of thanks.
धन्यवाद अंशिका। Respected my teachers, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, and dear students. As we celebrate the 70th Foundation Day of CIE University of Delhi, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this event possible. Your presence has added value to our celebration, and we are honored to have you with us. And I would also like to special thanks our chief guest and speaker, Dr. Amendra Khatwar ji. ठीक है मैम। सर ने जो विकसित भारत में और इस ग्लोबलाइज्ड वर्ल्ड में शिक्षा की भूमिका पर अपने बात की, तो मैं समाप्त करना चाहूँगा। सर ने बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से अपने पिछले 40 वर्षों के अनुभव के आधार पर जो शिक्षा की आवश्यकताएं हैं, खासकर किस तरीके से भारत की और वैश्विक संदर्भों में हम किस तरीके शिक्षा के द्वारा देश की संकल्पना की बात कर सकते हैं, बताने की कोशिश की। सर ने अपने भाषण में बताया कि हम जो लाइफ स्किल्स हैं उस स्किल्स को एनहांस करके किस तरीके से हम अपने देश की तरक्की की बात कर सकते हैं। और शायद जब हम शिक्षा की बात करेंगे, खासकर सहज संस्थान की बात करेंगे, तभी हम विकसित भारत की संकल्पना है 2047 को बेहतर बना पाएंगे। सर ने विभिन्न आंकड़ों के द्वारा बताया कि जो शिक्षा की दशा और दिशा किस प्रकार की है और हम कैसे अपने शिक्षा के द्वारा भारत की आर्थिक तरक्की और हम उसकी उपलब्धता को ध्यान में रखते हुए कैसे हम आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। सर आपका धन्यवाद कि आपने हमें सोचने पर मजबूर किया, खासकर सीआईजे संस्था में, कि हम इस संस्थान को किस तरीके से बेहतर बनाएं, जो कि अपनी एक हम बनाते भी रहे हैं, और कैसे हम देश की तरक्की में जो हमारी सरकार का एक संकल्पना है विकसित भारत 2047 को हम बेहतर बना सकते हैं। इसके साथ साथ सर ने विभिन्न आयामों के बारे में बताने की कोशिश को समझाया कि जो मिलेनियम डेवलपमेंट गोल है उसको हम किस तरीके से जो कमियां उसको दूर करें, और ये बताएं समझाएं कि हम कैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं और जो 4 पिलर्स को हम कैसे आगे लेके जा सकते हैं। सर हम एश्योर करते हैं अपने सीआई फैकल्टी की तरफ से कि जो हमारा एक उद्देश्य और लक्ष्य है विकसित भारत 2047 की संकल्पना है, उसको साकार करने में जो सीआई की भूमिका महत्वपूर्ण होगी। सर ये एश्योरेंस आपको दिलाते हैं। उसके साथ साथ जो सर ने अपने वैल्यूबल इंसाइट दिए और मैं सोचने के लिए मजबूर किया कि हम किस तरीके से शिक्षा को आगे लेके जाएं, और सीआई जो संस्थान है जिसका एक मोटो है दीप से दीप जले, और उस मोटो को आगे बढ़ाते हुए हम ज्ञान के दीप को आगे बढ़ाएं, और ये सभी की हम सब की जिम्मेदारी है, खासकर आप सभी की, कि हम उस मोटो को आगे लेके जाएं और जो ज्ञान का जो दीप है हम उसे आगे बढ़ाते रहे। सर मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा आपका कि आपने हमें बताया और समझाया कि हम किस तरीके से वैश्विक संदर्भों में शिक्षा को हम देखें और समझें और आगे बढ़ाएं। उसके साथ साथ मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा उस सारी कमेटीज़ का, फाउंडेशन के कोर कमेटीज़ का, जिन्होंने दिन रात लग के इस कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाने में सहायता की। ठीक है। एक सर से रिक्वेस्ट हम करना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि सर एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव के साथ साथ एक पोइट भी है, तो हम एक रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे सर आए और प्लीज अपने
I should not bother you so much, but nobody reads my poetry, including my wife. But let me read a small one. In India, at the moment, we have about 370 lakh people whose kids live outside. They live like Dhritarashtra Gandhari, waiting for their Mahabharata. Winter kids come, summer they go to visit them. So there is a small poem, My Son, he's a British citizen. The poem is like this. How many muddy footprints of your tottering first steps still dazzle the personal sky with the falling stars of retained memories. Nowadays, even the fading eyesight does not darken with waitings, knowing that your own space has its dedicated time, and my love is a lonely calendar somewhere around. We certainly dislike any finalities, ending like death, absence, or endless waiting. But I admit, my son, the shadow, the picture, and the presence at the front door is only my love in disguise.
One more. On a less esoteric theme, something more commonplace, sir.
Okay. Draupadi. Turmeric feet landing from the golden sunset on this dusty landscape becomes you, the feminine serpent. And you ask for love in the name of love and erupts compromise in all seasons to come. You pray for honor and all their eyes agog to see your floating shame, the dress doesn't fall. Your dreams break into a fiery battle, blood becomes the torrential rain and a river of death, and along with dead lotuses dyes your hair in mourning for lack of manhood among heroes.
धन्यवाद सर। धन्यवाद ज्ञापन को आगे बढ़ाते हुए कंटिन्यू करते हैं। थैंक यू नमिता मैम। A special thanks to gratitude hour also goes to the all organizing committee members, especially the Foundation Day core committee members. सभी का नाम लेना शायद पॉसिबल नहीं होगा, बट फिर भी मैं सभी कमेटी मेंबर्स, कन्वीनर, को कन्वीनर्स और मेंबर्स का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा, जिन्होंने लगातार पिछले 15 दिनों से टाइमलेस एफर्ट दिया उन्होंने और इस कार्यक्रम को बेहतर बनाने में अपनी भूमिका अदा की। इसके साथ साथ आवर फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, नो टीचिंग स्टाफ्स, जन नेक्स्ट मेंबर्स, आवर गार्डनर्स एंड स्पेशली फॉर द थैंक्स फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, जिन्होंने अपना समय निकाला और इस फाउंडेशन डे पर जो वैल्यूएबल स्पीच को सुना। फाउंडेशन डे पे हम सभी आइडिया शेयर करते जिससे हम अपने जो सीनियर फैकल्टीज़ को जानते समझते हैं और शायद ये एक्सपीरियंस हम सभी के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है ताकि हम जो लेगेसी सीआई की उसको समझ सके और उसे आगे बढ़ा सके। आइए इस अवसर पर हम अपने संस्थान की जो उपलब्धियों पर चर्चा करें, जाने समझे और जो लेगेसी है सीआई की उसको आगे बढ़ाते हुए शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में हम सभी आगे बढ़ने का प्रयास करें। मैं अंत में धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा आप सभी का हृदय के साथ कि आप सब इस विशेष दिन पर इस प्रोग्राम का हिस्सा बने और हमें आपने आभार किया। थैंक यू, धन्यवाद सभी का। Now request all of you please stand for national anthem. जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्चल जलति तरंगा, तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा, जन गण मंगल गायक, जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय Now I request all faculty members please come for the group photograph. After that students will be ready for the group photographs. Ma'am, please.